So Chandrani has requested to discuss today instead of lecture from Colombo to Almora, the Bhavamukha concept. I think we had a previous class we had discussed Bhavamukha, pertaining that how this Bhavamukha and Hiranyagarbha thing is related or connected. So informal way we will discuss, and if you have got any questions or whatever, let me try to answer. Though I'm not prepared and have come for this class, that's the reason I said there's a surprise test for me given by Professor Chandrani or whatever. ॐ सर्वधर्मस्थापकस्त्वं सर्वधर्मस्वरूपकः आचार्याणां महाचार्यो रामकृष्णाय ते नमः. Yeah, so I'll be trying to explain. What is Bhavamukha already we have understood, or we have tried to understand in the previous class. In detail we have discussed. Now we have to understand few things before getting to get this concept. Bhavamukha is like a Hiranyagarbha. I made a statement how it is. So first and foremost, in Nirvikalpa Samadhi, which has been suggested or discussed in Advaita Vedanta, the non-dualistic philosophy, what happens? A person reaches or attains Nirvikalpa Samadhi. When a person reaches or attains Nirvikalpa Samadhi, there all the duality ceases to exist. What do we mean? All the duality ceases to exist. The experiencer, the experienced, and the act of experience, all the three things will be merged there. Say for an example, Ganga river. When you go to Belur Math and you are taking a bath and you are saying that I am feeling blessed because I am taking a bathe in Ganga. Now when the Ganga goes and merged in the Ganga Sagar, afterwards in the Bay of Bengal, if you want to try to see where is Ganga, you cannot find. Because Ganga has lost her individual existence in the Bay of Bengal. So for an example, you are eating an ice cream. Now you are the experiencer because you are enjoying the ice cream. And you are experienced. What are you experienced? The content. Their ice cream. So you are the experiencer. The ice cream is experienced and you are enjoying the ice cream. That act is called experience or experiencing. So in the Nirvikalpa Samadhi, the so-called I am Swami Shantivratanananda, like I am Chandrani, I am Pranam Chatterjee, I am Ranjit Basu. So this individuality is whatever we have got, individuality, so-called individual existence. I, the experiencer, I'm experiencing my body, I'm experiencing my mind. Oh, my mind is so calm. So I am experiencing my own mental state. So I am the experiencer. And what is the content? My mind. And what is the experience? The state of my mind is what? Calm and quiet. Now, when you go to Nirvikalpa Samadhi, so this I, individual existence, the experiencer, whatever is there, it gets merged. So neither the experiencer, nor the experience, nor the experienced will be there. Just for an example, you can take a deep sleep. When you are in deep sleep, you are not aware of yourself, you are not aware of the external circumstances, and you are not aware even that you are having a deep sleep. Only after getting up, based on a memory, you say that I had a good sleep, I had a deep sleep. But while you were in the deep sleep, neither you were aware of you were having a deep sleep, nor about the sleep or yourself or about the world. So in Nirvikalpa Samadhi, everything, the experiencer, experiencing, experienced gets merged. So this, I think this much you have understood now. And generally, as our scripture says, once we attain Nirvikalpa Samadhi, generally we cannot come back because our individual existence has been lost. But whereas in the name of, with the case of prophets, incarnations, avatara purushas, or any adhikarika purushas, they have got a special mission to do, or they have got an intense desire to do loka sangraha. then they can try to come back. Okay. Now in Sri Ramakrishna's case, he attained Nirvikalpa Samadhi. So in Sri Ramakrishna's case also, when he experienced Nirvikalpa Samadhi, his experiencing and experienced got merged. But since he was an incarnation, Avatara Purusha, he had a mission to fulfill. After even staying in 6 months in Nirvikalpa Samadhi, he came out. So in Nirvikalpa Samadhi, what happens? All your ego gets disintegrated, gets merged. Now, after 6 months staying in Nirvikalpa Samadhi, Mother Kali, Bhavatarini, blesses Sri Ramakrishna, Bhavamukhe Tak. You stay in Bhavamukha. So what is this Bhavamukha actually? Here thing we have to understand. The Bhavamukha, the person who stays in the Bhavamukha, one thing I have told already in the previous talk, he will be standing in between life. He will be standing on the compound, he will be seeing inside the campus, whatever is there inside the building, and he will be also able to see outside the wall, whatever is there on the roadside or whatever. Now, this Bhavamukha state is also represents cosmic mind, Hiranyagarbha. Now, when you say Hiranyagarbha, this is a Upanishadic concept. Generally, this Hiranyagarbha means it is a golden egg, it has been called, yes, true, and is also equated with the Chaturmukha Brahma, the Brahma who is the creator God. But here Hiranyagarbha means it is cosmic mind or cosmic intelligence. Like every one of us, we have got ideas. Every one of us, we have got thoughts. Every one of us, we have got minds. All of us, we are linked with that cosmic mind. So this is a one explanation. First, you have to understand. Second is, now when I am seeing a computer in front of me, which is catching my video and audio as well as, I am seeing it as a computer, which is a matter, which is a gross material. And similarly, for example, there is a Sri Ramakrishna's photo or any other book. For example, there is a book, it is a matter for me, very clearly, subtle gross matter. So when we see the world and its objects, for us it is very gross matter. And when we see different people's bodies, yes, it is a gross matter. Whereas Sri Ramakrishna, when he is in a Bhavamukha, or if we rise to that Hiranyagarbha level or to that mental level, what happens? We will be able to see, perceive, or experience all of us are interlinked, are connected with one mind, with one intelligence, that is cosmic eye or cosmic intelligence. Now, all the ideas, all the thoughts, all the manifestations are being emerged, manifested from the Hiranyagarbha. So Sri Ramakrishna was told by Mother, don't stay in Nirvikalpa Samadhi completely. Instead of that, you stay in this Hiranyagarbha state, that Bhavamukha or Divya Bhava. What does it mean? He is connected with the cosmic mind. I, you, everyone is connected, and he is also connected, and he has got the cosmic eye, not the individual eye. All of us, we have got individual egos. Now, Sri Ramakrishna never had individual ego, he had a cosmic ego. So all these subtleties or philosophical things, Sri Ramakrishna told beautifully in a simple language, Pakva Aham. I mean, ripened ego and unripened ego. In all our cases, it is unripened ego. In his case, it is a ripened ego. Means, what does it mean? He doesn't have his own ego. He doesn't have his own any desire. He doesn't have any his own thoughts. He is just a glass medium where he is an instrument reflecting the cosmic intelligence, cosmic idea, cosmic ego. That's where beautiful is to tell, Ami kichu janina shab ma jane. That is a very beautiful way of telling in a layman's language. That means what? His intelligence was merged. He is the only the instrumenter or instrument to display, to carry out the cosmic ego. He has called the cosmic ego as Bhavadharini. So that cosmic Hiranyagarbha, from where all the ideas has been emerged, manifested, including matter. Now, when I say that this matter, when I'm seeing this matter, I'm seeing this as a matter. But whereas Sri Ramakrishna used to experience that the whole world is full of thoughts, or full of kampanas, full of vibrations. Whoever has read Spotayana Vada, again, please don't ask me next class. Please discuss Spotayana Vada. But so Spotayana Vada, there it tells very clearly the whole world, the universe is nothing but vibrations, kampana, which is Sanskrit word, probably in Bengali, old Bengali also will be having. The whole world is what? Like vibrations. If you have read electromagnetic spectrum, alpha rays, gamma rays, beta rays, like this, the whole world, including the matter, including this grass universe, is nothing but just vibes, just vibrations, just the waves. Now, when we hear this, sometimes it goes above the head, and sometimes it feels probably it is an imagination or it is an hypothetical argument. Why? Because we are in the gross level. Whereas in these people, or in Sri Ramakrishna's case, their mind had transcended and they were on the level of cosmic intelligence or Hiranyagarbha. He was well connected with the cosmos, or he was just manifesting the cosmic intelligence, and he was able to see the whole world, universe, and its objects, people, everything are just nothing but the vibrations. Kampana, we say vibrations. The whole world is like different waves. A body or even an object or a person or a water or whatever you say, any manifested or unmanifested, everything, he was able to see it as a vibes. So this state is what I mean, Divya Bhava or Bhavamukha from one more angle. That's why I said that Divya Bhava or Bhavamukha can be compared with Hiranyagarbha. Why? Hiranyagarbha means what? It is a cosmic mind, where all our minds are interconnected there. Yeah, this is the simple possible explanation on the Divya Bhava or Bhavamukha, and especially Hiranyagarbha. If you got any questions, I can discuss. Yeah.
Very good
And this
explanation,
cosmic
Maharaj.
mind is also called immense mind, also sometimes.
Immense mind.
Yeah.
Okay. So means it is another angle of this Hiranyagarbha and all. No.
Yeah. So from that Hiranyagarbha, from that cosmic mind, all thoughts are being emerged. Everything is getting emerged there actually. That is the source of creation. Means because all the thoughts are being there. Like Sokaya Mayeta, Bosyam Prajaye Yeti. So the thought is from Hiranyagarbha. Of course, sometimes people say also Ishvara. That's fine.
Means in thought point of view, so from that thought means our ego is also related with the our individual thought, but Thakur's means Bhavamukha means it is related to the cosmic thought. That is why it is.
Yeah, our ego is unripened ego, and it is with body, mind,
Has.
or our achievements and etc. Whereas this ego is connected with the cosmic ego.
Means cosmic
That's
ego
why
means
Swami
cosmic thoughts.
says individuality means indivisibility. In his Lahore lecture, he tells that's a beautiful
Yes.
explanation. Yeah, sorry, you were asking something.
Means here the ego means the thought, like that means.
The ego here is not, ego is a thought, no doubt, but ego is the I.
Huh.
There is a feeling of I, isn't it? I am so and so, I am that, or I am this, etc. That feeling of I.
So that is also a
That,
thought. I am feeling means it is in my thought.
yes,
Raj,
see
is
the
it the aham? I means aham. Can we say that?
yes, see I is a aham. Yes, mind. Never mind. Now happiness, unhappiness, feelings. Now feelings are also thoughts. Okay, so ego is also a thought. Now where is the seat of this ego? Mind, we say, manas. Mana, Chitta, Buddhi, Ahankara, it comes. Okay. That is a structure from the where seat. From that manas only this ego has been come. Fine. Now, what is ego? It is a I consciousness and it is in the form of thought is there. But this I consciousness, as on now, it has been stated or it has been, what do you say, housed, rooted with our body and mind. Now, with the realized soul, this I will be stated or housed in the Atman. Now, in Sri Ramakrishna, this I consciousness was rooted in the cosmic ego or cosmic mind or Hiranyagarbha. Now, these three differences you can understand, I believe.
What is the second one, Maharaj?
I, for a individual, ignorant person, the I is located in body and mind. Body or mind or ego or his actions, achievements, all these things. Okay. And a person who has realized, self-realized person, scientific, self-realized person, his I is established in the self. When I say I, he says, I am that Ahamasmi Brahma. I am Brahman.
But
Okay.
that is not same as the cosmic mind. That self is not cosmic mind.
No, not necessarily all the time. It is a part of cosmic mind, but whether he will be able to locate or he will be able to connect there is a question.
No,
And
Maharaj. If we call red in India after my birth, and you are in Ireland, you are also calling the same object as red. So this is how the cosmic mind is connected. Because I am recognize this as red, it means you are also recognizing this as. How do we know? We have not defined red or something like that. But all throughout the world, red is red only. When I say red, we just perceive a color of red. So we are we not connected to the cosmic also?
yes, we are all connected, but we are not aware of it. See, we are all part of the cosmic mind, but we are not aware, isn't it? But whereas Sri Ramakrishna was aware of it. He was not only aware, he was experiencing it. How much ever we say, oh, we are all part of the cosmic mind, but our actions contradict it, isn't it? Now, in Sri
Yes,
Ramakrishna's case, yeah,
yeah,
in Sri
because the
Ramakrishna's case,
realization is missing, so that is why. Yeah.
No, Maharaj, that our means normal person and that realized person, that the difference is I have understood that I since I however I tell that I am Atman, I still think that I am this body mind complex. So my
yes,
aham is related with this body mind complex.
yes,
Okay, and the realized person who has already been realized, so he knows that he is the Atman, he is the
yes,
self. So Thakur, so what is the difference between that self and the cosmic mind? That I am not getting. Means that
yes.
one more
So,
level.
yes, you are right. So, yes, that is a subtle difference. For an example, I am Brahman.
Hmm.
So, when I say I am Brahman, how much ever we heard about Brahman and all, but still our actions and our nature, etc., is portraying that we are thinking and we are behaving that I as a body and mind. That you are understanding. Now, in the self realized person, he may eat, he may sleep, he may work like all of us, but he knows that in and out that he is the self, he is the Brahman, not this body and mind. Body and mind are instruments. So that ignorance has been lost, ignorance has been removed for him. So he's aware of his true nature, real nature. So I as the self, I as the Brahman, he knows it. He's aware of it. He has experienced it. Now in Sri Ramakrishna's case, in one more step ahead, that I means it is not only self or Brahman or whatever, that I is related with or connected with that cosmic ego. Now, in the realized person, he may not, though it is a part and parcel of everyone's mind, is part and parcel of cosmic mind, he may not be aware, he may not be conscious all the time that my mind is a part of cosmic mind. Whereas Sri Ramakrishna's case, he was not only aware, his all actions prove that his mind was part of cosmic mind. he didn't had any his own I actually at all. Or the other way I will put you will understand. Now, uh, I was a fond of coffee, okay, or I was short-tempered person. Now I realized, now I am realized person. Now after realizing, will I like coffee or not? Will I be short-tempered or not?
I may like coffee, but I may not still be short tempered, because
No,
after realization.
both may continue or may not continue. Because of prarabdha karma, still this body exists. But before that, because of short temper, I was getting affected. Now I have got a control to controlling. I am able to control my mind and all. As an instinctive nature with this body, with this my nature, whatever was there, I may behave even with the what do you say with the short temper. But the short temper nature will not affect me anymore because now I know who am I. Same thing we can see in the life of Vishwamitra. Such a Brahmarshi he was. Afterwards, also, he had his own ego or he had his own short temper nature or whatever. In Jamadagni's case, for an example. So, what does it say? After realizing they had some strong natures based on prarabdha or whatever, that continue to exist even after the realizing. But that way, that was no more creating any effect or impulse or repulsions in their mind. Whereas in an ignorant person it creates, but whereas in a realized person it doesn't create. It is a very subtle point we have to understand.
But because of his short temperedness or his anger for Jamadagni or Vishwamitra, other people are affected. So, before his being realized, his anger was affecting others. After realization, also his anger is affecting others. So, what is the advantage of that realization?
He was not affected. He is not affected.
So, maybe before also he was not affected, he just go on cursing everyone like Durvasa.
No, no, that is not possible. Yeah, until otherwise ignorance is removed or self-realization, we cannot say that my anger doesn't create any problem, any repulsion in my mind. No.
And another thing, that if his anger is affecting others, so definitely by this cause and effect or action reaction, that will again affect him also.
No, that's what again you have to listen my Tato Bodha lecture properly. Then.
No,
Because
I have listened Maharaj Tattvabodha. At least that was done. No
no,
more
prarabdha,
Tattvabodha.
yeah. So there is no agami and sanchita karma for a relation. If at all is there only prarabdha karma. So prarabdha karma is the only residue thing is only left out for him. So no fresh accumulation will be there for him. So as a result, he will not be affected or he will not get accumulated any new things.
Yes, but if he knows that others are, I am Brahman and others are also the same, so how can he be angry again with others? Means once
Because
he is realized his that these are the shortcomings now in the character. So those traits are going, then only he can realize, no, unless and until we get rid of all these our negative, even positive, our qualities, individual qualities, attributes, how can I become realized?
like a snake's poison.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I know. Think it will take some time to understand this and comprehend and understand this. I know that. Yes. I mean, I'm not saying that every realized person will have. If before realization he had a short temper, after realization also he will have a short temper. I'm not saying that there is a statutory rule, but it may exist. I mean to say, it may exist. That's what I mean to say. So here, the individuality in a realized soul, the individuality has lost. In a realized person, that individuality has been lost, but it may not be that he is aware of, is the experiencer of the cosmic ego or cosmic mind. So that is the fine, subtle difference between the Sri Ramakrishna's Hiranyagarbha concept or Bhavamukha and a realized person. That's how the question started, isn't it? Now I have realized, I know that I am not body and mind. I am the self. Ahamasmi Brahma, I know I have experienced it fine. But I may not be aware at that given point of time, I am the part and parcel of that Hiranyagarbha. Maybe I may not be all the time. But whereas in Sri Ramakrishna's case, it was a Nitya. It was eternally, Sri Ramakrishna was aware, or he was in that state that he is the part of that cosmic mind. All the thoughts and this matter, mind, everything is just like a ripples or a vibe or a vibrations are emerging out. Now I am seeing this grass universe, and probably you would not have seen this grass universe in the similar way you would have seen in the vibratory ways. So that state is called Divyamukha or Bhavamukha, and that state is called Hiranyagarbha.
So for an ordinary soul, uh, if he is aware of the cosmic mind, so he stays in this world for 21 days. Is this correct, my understanding?
No, no. Sri Ramakrishna says that once you attain Nirvikalpa Samadhi, a common soul, a common person, one who attains Nirvikalpa Samadhi, it stays for 21 days and that body falls off. So in Nirvikalpa Samadhi, he doesn't get connected with the cosmic mind. He loses his individuality, that's all. He understands who he is, that he understands and he experiences, and that's what I said. That's the reason first and foremost I explained the Nirvikalpa Samadhi slowly. So we have to understand Nirvikalpa Samadhi. In Nirvikalpa Samadhi, the individuality ceases to exist. Like Ganga getting merged in the Bay of Bengal. Okay, now Ganga is getting merged in the Bay of Bengal. Ganga lost its individuality. Okay, now that is what happens in Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Say for discussion's sake, if Ganga is aware that I am the part of the Bay of Bengal, Narmada is coming, Brahmaputra is coming, Satluj is coming, and any other rivers are coming. So we are all part of this ocean. So that is what Bhavamukha.
But is this not the speciality like what I read in the Kathamrita? I'm only trying to remember. The thing is, the Ishwar Koti or let's say Avatar, just like Thakur and all this, they are only able to come back after Nirvikalpa Samadhi to stay in Bhavamukha to educate the general masses. Other like all ordinary jivatmas, they cannot do that and they have to perish. So
No, you are getting confused, and your question is not either you are getting confused or your question is not clear. See, coming out from Nirvikalpa Samadhi is different, and staying in Bhavamukha is different. Okay, now Raja Maharaj also came from Nirvikalpa Samadhi. That doesn't mean that he was in Bhavamukha. Swamiji also experienced Nirvikalpa Samadhi quite a few times. He also came back from Nirvikalpa Samadhi, being a Ishvara Koti. But doesn't mean that he was in Bhavamukha. Coming out from Nirvikalpa Samadhi is different from Bhavamukha. So that has to be clear. So oversimplifications or comparisons unnecessarily can create this type of confusions or lack of understanding. So going to Nirvikalpa Samadhi, common people cannot come. Yes, only incarnations, prophets or Adhikarika Purushas or Ishvara Kotis can come back Nirvikalpa Samadhi. That is accepted, fine. And Sri Ramakrishna not only came from Nirvikalpa Samadhi back, but he was in Bhavamukha. So all Ishvara Kotis, all prophets and incarnation, all prophets may not be in the Bhavamukha. Like Swamiji, we don't get a clear, but though Atma Prayanji says that all avatars had the experience of Bhavamukha, but it is not that everywhere we get a clear picture that all incarnations were there. At least not in prophets. So there are two different things you have to understand. Yeah.
But Maharaj, when Swamiji said that my heart has become so enlarged that I can feel everybody's pain and all, so is it not that same thing that he was able to feel that cosmic mind, part of the cosmic mind?
Yes, even that's what, yes, you are right. Even because somewhere there was an accident and he was feeling that he became a panic. Yes, that looks like that he was feeling that he was a part of cosmic mind. Yes.
So maybe Thakur
And
was
through the
there throughout, means always he was in that state, but others like Swamiji or maybe Raja Maharaj, they sometimes for some period may have understood that cosmic mind. Like
Swamiji's cases, but I have not heard our story. I don't remember
no,
any story in case of Raja Maharaj.
no,
At least I
Swami,
don't remember
no,
any
no,
story as such with respect to Raja Maharaj case. Yes, in Swamiji's,
Swamiji.
yes, as you tell.
So Maharaj, then that awareness, that his connect with Bhava, this cosmic consciousness. So this awareness is called Bhavamukha. That he is a part of cosmic consciousness.
Yes, that's one of the understanding or one of the explanation of Bhavamukha. So he was well aware that he was part of the cosmic mind, and not only that, he didn't had. So I am the part of the cosmic mind is one thing. Again, there's a beautiful question you raised. So I am the part of the cosmic mind is one thing. Cosmic mind only stays in me. I am the I am just discharging cosmic mind only. That's all. That's one more thing. Again, there's a subtle difference. I am the cosmic part of cosmic mind. Still, there can be a taint of small ego, little portion of an ego. Now, cosmic mind has been reflected. Cosmic mind has been projected by me. So, Sri Ramakrishna's case was latter case. Bhavamukha thought when mother said, that means he lost his individuality. Only it was a cosmic individuality or cosmic ego was in his body. Only cosmic ego was manifested through Sri Ramakrishna. So again, there is a subtle difference. I being the part of, I mean, a very gross example I'm giving it just to make you understand. Like, say, for example, I am the part of Ramakrishna Mission. Okay, Ramakrishna Mission is working through me. I am the child of Ramakrishna. Ramakrishna is working through me. I am just an instrument. Do you understand the difference between like I being the part of cosmic ego? When we say we are all part of the cosmic ego, no doubt, but cosmic ego is working through me. That makes a lot of difference. So that's what latter was Sri Ramakrishna's case. Yeah. You have to do some thinking and you have to do some churning. Though it looks like that you have understood, yes, you might have, but after some time, if you ask, it might have evaporated or you may feel difficulty. That's a common thing for all of us, including me. So we have to keep on thinking, reading that great master, this Divya Bhava or Bhavamukha concept Sharat Maharaj has discussed. We have to read few times and discuss or think or contemplate on this time and again. Then slowly that nuts or that knots gets cleared one by loosened. It gets loosened. Then you will get a clarity or you will get your own probably right understanding about this Bhavamukha. Now, what will be the pros and cons of this is very important actually. Many of us might not think. When we understand these subtle concepts more and more, our understanding of Sri Ramakrishna gets expanded actually. Because when you say Sri Ramakrishna is an avatar Purusha, Sri Ramakrishna is a God. God means is a person who is living in some particular world or particular loka with a particular power. And if I have got any difficulties or desires to be fulfilled, we'll pray and we'll get it. That is what the dualistic concept, and generally that's how we start it actually. Slowly, when we evolve in spiritual life, when we evolve in our understanding about the concept of God, then what happens? Then we will be very near. Sri Ramakrishna becomes so palpable. Sri Ramakrishna is not only a body, Sri Ramakrishna is a truth, Sri Ramakrishna is a power, Sri Ramakrishna is everything, and Sri Ramakrishna is everywhere. So in my house is there, in my table, on my table is there, yes. In with me is there, yes. Next to me is he there, yes. So it becomes a principle. That's what we can see in Swamiji's many of his hymns and Abhedanji's hymns also about Sri Ramakrishna. So these points more and more we understand, our evolution of the concept of God, evolution of concept of Ishtadevata also gets better actually. That's why we have to struggle, or we may have to break our heads to understand all these things. I hope you understood. I mean, you were able to connect. Mhm.
So
Yeah,
Maharaj,
any other?
actually that though you told that we we should not ask, but that spota is in our list. Okay, so because in Bhakti Yoga there is this spota concept, no?
Spotayanavada.
Yes. So that part we have not understood actually. So,
Mhm.
but
Many things you have not understood, you say.
huh?
Yeah, you want, uh, yeah,
Yes. What you told?
I mean, yes, many things we can, what you said, discuss or whatever.
Huh.
So now you want to discuss about Spota theory next week, or you want to go for the, lectures from Colombo?
No, no. We will go for lectures from Colombo to Almora, because that photo thing is a different thing. That then there is Bag, Boikari, and this and that. So this is again a whole
Total
new
thing.
thing. No, I think we will need more time for that. So
Yeah, see, and also, I think probably I told you earlier also, maybe one more thing I will tell you that first thing is we have to understand some basic things about philosophy or about Thakur Swami teachings more or less and understand. Then when you go deep, more and more you deep, then like there are small auxiliaries or different other philosophies. Nyaya, you say, Vaisheshika, you say, Sankhya, you say. Because Sankhya is very basic thing we have to understand Swamiji's thing, like this Potayana Vada. There are so many others, like small Vadas. So here and there you have to read, and then you come to Swamiji's readings or whatever, you'll be able to understand. But otherwise, it is very exhaustive study, and sometimes we miss the track. We may miss the track also. For example, Swamiji's in lectures and all, if you see, he speaks of world history, he speaks of different isms. For example, neo-realism he speaks, idealism he speaks, realism he speaks of Frege, he speaks of Schopenhauer, he speaks of Wordsworth, Shakespeare. All of them, okay, that contextually you can here and there refer, but if you would like to read and understand them and you come back to Swamiji, by that time you'll miss it. It can happen. That's where I think we have to take one approach. Once in a while, some different concepts we can read and understand, no doubt. But if you ask me, okay, now lectures from Colombo to Almora we are reading. One by one, we will try to read, understand, and afterwards, we'll get one overall picture. Then you have got different, or in once in a while, you can have a different classes on like this. I mean, I don't say no, and I will be also happy. So it will also refresh my memory or whatever. But I mean, you will get pieces of informations, but you will not be able to link them properly. That can happen for many of us, probably. This is my sincere opinion, but all of you, as you wish, I have no problem.
no, no. We will go with the lectures what we have started. So shall we study at least one paragraph, some part? Shall we
Yeah,
continue? So
yeah,
okay. So we were studying the first lecture actually, and in
yeah.
this book we are on page 10. So from there I am starting. At the same time, I must remark that what I mean by our religion working upon the nations outside of India comprises only the principles, the background, the foundation upon which that religion is built. The detailed working, the minute points which have been worked out through centuries of social necessities, little ratiocinations about manners and customs and social well-being, do not rightly find a place in the category of religion. We know that in our books a clear distinction is made between two sets of truths. The one set is that which abides forever, being built upon the nature of man, the nature of the soul's relation to God, the nature of God, perfection, and so on. There are also the principles of cosmology, of the infinitude of creation, or more correctly speaking, projection, the wonderful law of cyclical procession, and so on. These are the eternal principles founded upon the universal laws in nature. The other set comprises the minor laws which guide the working of our everyday life. They belong more properly to the Puranas, to the Smritis, and not to the Shrutis. These have nothing to do with the other principles. Even in our own nation, these minor laws have been changing all the time. Customs of one age, of one yuga, have not been the customs of another, and as yuga comes after yuga, they will still have to change. Great rishis will appear and lead us to customs and manners that are suited to new environments.
Yeah. So here, if you see, Swamiji is giving a very beautiful idea. So why Vedanta is related to all of us, or why Vedanta can give answers to many of the questions, and it can bear the testimony or the challenges of the modern science. So that was the idea, or that was the question started by Swamiji in the earlier paras, if you see. So Swamiji is at broad canvas is making two, three important points. First and foremost, I would like to tell you, religion has got two principles, mainly two. One is primary values or primary principles, and there are secondary values or secondary principles. Now, what is this primary value or primary principle means? For example, if you see in Taittiriya Upanishad, Satyam Vada, speak the truth, Dharmam Chara, follow the Dharma, all these things. So, speak the truth, follow the Dharma, realize yourself, who are you, who is God, who is the creator of this universe, and whether the creation is cyclic or linear, is there any creation at all? So all these suprasensual and philosophical things, which is, I mean, what do you say, which is pertaining to the absolute truth. This is what primary philosophy or principle, which is constant and which has been discussed in the Shrutis, that is in our Vedas. So this has been worked out in detail in India, first point. And second thing, like how do we eat? What should we eat? For example, we had a lunar eclipse on Monday. So in lunar eclipse, during eclipse, should we eat or not? If we eat, when should we eat? During eclipse should we eat? Or before should we eat? Or after the eclipse should we eat? Or for example, marriage. Marriage can happen between whom? For example, same Gotra, if you say that same Rishi or same Gotra, we are not supposed to marry. And cousin sisters, no. In some religion it is allowed. In some religion or culture it is not allowed. All these secondary, tertiary details, which is a part of social customs, which is the part of smrutis in India. And the primary values are always constant, primary principles are always constant, which is pertaining to Shrutis, and which is part of Smrutis. For example, in Bengal, if you see regarding puja and do's and don'ts, Raghunandana Smruti is there. In Bengal, you all follow Raghunandana Smruti. Now, in, for example, South India, if you go, then there can be different. And if you go to North India, there can be different Smruti, Yajnavalkya Smruti, for example. In the western part of India, you go, Smrutis are there. And these Smrutis can be constantly changing. There is a Manu Smruti, Yajnavalkya Smruti, Raghunandana Smruti, and the present day someone may come with a new Smruti, which is contrary to all of these Smrutis. We don't have problem. Neither Indians nor the Hindus will not have any problem, because the Smrutis will be keep on changing according to the time, without compromising the basic values, primary truths or principles. So these are the two things we have to understand. And in the um, beginning of the para, Swamiji is hinting that whereas in the West, what happened, whatever we discussed about the God, about the ultimate truth, about the cosmology and all, and the way we developed, in the same way, similar way, more or less, in the Western civilization, they didn't develop. And more or less, for them, religion means what? Going to heaven, being courteous, going to church, being courteous, and have to be good at with people. All we can say social manners, social etiquettes, social customs became more or less as a part of religion. So for them, secondary details were more prominent and not the primary. So because they gave a lot of freedom in society, and society got improved, and social values got improved, whereas in the philosophy and theology they didn't give freedom and they didn't evolve much. Whereas in India, we got philosophical, what do you say, freedom. So whereas Advaita was there and Charvaka was also there, both were there in the same time. So that's where we got philosophically evolved, but socially our freedom was not much. So we didn't evolve, and that's the one point. And the second is primary values and secondary values. There are two different things we should not merge. In India, both have developed, but primary values, primary principles have developed much more. Whereas in the West, it is secondary values have developed more, but not the primary. So that's how the India can contribute to the whole world by giving the Vedanta. Why? Because the primary values which are well developed, which can accept, face the challenge of the present day modern science, like conservation of energy, conservation of momentum, or any other theories may come, all of them can be faced, all of them can be answered by Vedanta, whereas not other religion theories. That is what Swamiji is telling in a simple way. Yeah, I hope you
Uh,
have understood. Yeah.
Maharaj, what is that theology exactly? What is that theology?
Theology means that's what theology is something to do with the do's and don'ts, what you should do, what you should not do. And of course, theology also speaks of God, also, God and religion also. But it is mostly about organized religion, going to church or going to mosque and how to pray. And do's and don'ts are there more actually.
The great principles underlying all this wonderful, infinite, ennobling, expansive view of man and God and the world have been produced in India. In India alone, man has not stood up to fight for a little tribal god, saying, "My God is true and yours is not true. Let us have a good fight over it." It was only here that such ideas did not occur as fighting for little gods. These great underlying principles, being based upon the eternal nature of man, are as potent today for working for the good of the human race as they were thousands of years ago, and they will remain so, so long as this earth remains, so long as the law of karma remains, so long as we are born as individuals and have to work out our own destiny by our individual power. Shall I
So
continue?
yes, he is making a very interesting, very point and comment. Now we have got a tribal religions. Even now we have got. So for an example, if you go to villages, there are some tutelary deities. I mean, there are a grama devatas we say, and they are in a small, like in a stone, like they don't have a definite shapes. They don't have a definite form of worships and all. But still, we have allowed it. That's the one point where Advaita has come. So advanced way of worshipping, advanced way of sacrifices, homa, yagnas has been emerged. But still, there are people who are following age back thousands of years before they started with a primitive way of worship. But still, it has been allowed. One thing, and at the same time, except here and there, very minute differences. For an example, at least I'm aware in southern part of India, in Tamil Nadu, at some point of time in the medieval age, like between 11th and 15th century time, there were here and there some quarrels between kings. That the quarrel was between Shaivites and Vaishnavites, who are the worshippers of Shiva and who are the worshippers of Vishnu. So that my God is supreme, so the whole country should accept Shiva as supreme. Or my God, I like Vaishnava, I am Vaishnavite, I like Vishnu, so Vishnu is supreme. Everyone should accept Vishnu. Otherwise, you are not encouraged or you are be tormented. Like that, here and there, some incidents have happened in southern part of India, which I am aware. Northern part of India, I have not heard much. So, but that is very negligible. There are very few incidents. Okay, and now okay, I am worshipping God Shiva. You are worshipping Vishnu. You are worshipping, someone is worshipping Kali. Someone is worshipping Durga. Someone is worshipping Ganapati. Someone is worshipping some other deity. For all of them, had a religious and spiritual freedom in India. No, no, because I am powerful, I am intelligent, and I am the king, I am worshipping Vishnu, so that all of you should worship Vishnu. That was never made, that was never enforced by the Indians way back from the history, thousands of years. So that religious freedom and worship, freedom of worship was given in India, even starting from the tribes. Whereas if you see in Egypt civilization, which was one of the ancient civilization, there was always constant fight between the tribes, and they want to become gods. That's the one thing. And apart from that, whichever tribe win over the other tribe, and the tribe whichever had a win, and their tribal god was became supreme, and other tribe not only accepting defeat, and they had to accept this tribe, the win over tribes god also. The same thing we can see the Semitic religions. In the Islam we can see same thing. In the Islam also there were a lot of constant fights before the advent of Islam between the tribes. So whichever tribe wins, their god is supreme, and every other tribe whoever lost the war, they had to accept. And probably if they have to throw away their own gods, they had to do that. Same thing we can see in the Europe, same thing we can see in all the Semitic regions. So whereas in India it was never so. That's what Swamiji is telling. So the greatness of India and the greatness of Sanatana Dharma and the greatness of Indian culture in this particular para.
But Maharaj, there were these conflicts, like in Buddhism, like that Bimbisar, Ajatshatru, or even that Samrat Ashoka. So those things are there. Even during Chaitanya Dev's time also, in Bengal, that fight between Shaktas and Vaishnavas, that is always there. So
Yes, yes, you are right. But what amount it was there? What amount it was? How long? What amount it was there? How much bloodshed has happened? It is very, very, very negligible. That's the reason. I mean, on the lighter side, I tell, and especially way back in India when I was there, I used to go to a lot of schools and colleges, and I used to participate in a lot of TV panel discussions and all. So I used to tell, like Indians, we have never read our Indian history properly, nor the world history. Here and there, fragment of pieces we take and we try to discuss and decide or whatever. I mean, I'm not speaking with your question. In generally, I was making this statement. Why? Because in the whole world, when you read between Islam and Christianity, for 10 centuries there was a conflict. Knight Templars, and if you say Knight Templars or whatever, and even among the what you say in 12th century and all, if you see between Catholics and Protestants, and even Ireland, if you see, even London, if you see, Europe, you see, there was constant fights, and thousands of people were killed because of the constant what you say fight between the Catholics and Protestants or Anglicans or whatever you say. So when you see the whole world in the picture, if you keep the whole world in the picture, and the amount of bloodshed, the amount of fight has happened between the other religions, other Semitic religions or any other religions, when you compare in India, whatever has happened, the fight between Shaktas or Vaishnavas, Vaishnavas and Shaivas, or Buddhists and Hindus, or Hindus and Jains, Jains and Buddhists, or any other isms or any other religions or sects, it is very, 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 very minimal. So from that angle, Swamiji is saying that I mean there was no fight at all. So even for an example, Swamiji makes a statement in one of his lectures that India never invaded others. If you see, Cholas had been invaded Thailand, Burma, Myanmar, all these things. Then how can then Swamiji was Iran? No. Generally, if you see the Europe, the Africa, Asia, America, Australia, they all invaded, they colonized. So when you compare to other countries, our invasion was very negligible, not even 1%. So that angle Swamiji is speaking, that we have to understand. So did you, do you agree with my logic or no?
if Swamiji is telling, then we have to agree. Means,
No, but Swamiji didn't want that from his disciples. He
no,
says that you beg to differ.
but yes, means that effect is what you said. This is that time period is small, we can say. and afterwards that invaders and invaded, they stay together, like means in peace, like that we can say, like Buddhism and Hinduism goes.
Yes.
So
Yes,
it's
conflict was there, but they were allowed to practice their religion.
yes.
That thing was not in the Western world.
And regarding that invasion also, but probably for my means protecting my kingdom, I have to fight, like that means not that is also not like like Alexander coming so that long way for invasion probably.
Yeah.
So now it is already 5, so you
Yeah. Time is up now. Yeah.
so, so next week we will be having first next week is first Wednesday na, of the month.
So this is 3rd April. Yeah? Okay.
That is 3rd April.
Yeah. So okay. So it is 11. I mean, yours is 4 p.m. No, there. Yeah.
Yes.
Because again there will be change in date. I mean, change in time from this week onwards. Yeah.
So what means previously we were having from 3:30, and you told that you prefer this 4.
Missing. Now, I mean, your 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock was 10:30 now. 10:30 I used to have. From this next Monday onwards, it will be 11:30. 1 hour there will be time saving in the whole of Europe and America. There is a time saving factor. So 6 months, 1 hour front and 1 hour back we will get. So now, for an example, in India and Ireland, we have got 5.5 hours difference. From this coming Monday onwards, the difference time will be 4.5 hours.
So we can have it from 3:30 then because your lunch time is 12, right? So we can have
12:30.
from your
11 to 12 week.
yeah 11 to 3:30 then.
3:30.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. You are
Thank you,
giving me
Maharaj.
opportunity to remember all these things.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Pranam.
Thank you, Maharaj.
No, it was a very good thing. This that Hiranyagarbha means a totally different angle. Means that previously what we discussed about Bhavamukha, that Nitto and Lila, so that we have we are hearing here and there. But with that Hiranyagarbha thing, that cosmic mind thing, that is a new thing.
Not my idea, it is Sharatmar's idea only, Shardanji's idea only, Great Master. But this one idea, it really, I liked it very much. I mean, probably that's the reason sometimes I may overstress it. Yeah.
No,
I mean, I felt it was something very unique actually.
yes, that is the thing. Okay, Maharaj, thank you. Thank Pranam, Maharaj.
Pranam Maharaj.
Namaste to all of you. Here on.